Cascade has been the most trusted helmet in lacrosse. Introducing the Cascade S. Cascade. Passion to protect.
Jordan Wolf won't pan out.
Joe Walters is overrated.
Joey Sankey won't make it at the next level.
Fire!
She only went furniture shopping 3 days ago. There's no way it got there so quickly.
She said everything was available in stock, 3-day delivery.
Wow. Why didn't we get that?
Ever wonder if there's a better way to shop for furniture? Raymore and Flanagan.
But I think it should go
Bigger selection.
there, gentlemen.
Better service. Guaranteed delivery in 3 days or less. Raymore and Flanagan. Delivering a better experience.
No way your furniture's here already.
Raymore and Flanagan, 3-day delivery.
Do not mention delivery.
Ever wonder if there's a better way to shop for furniture?
Let me show you.
Wow.
Raymore and Flanagan.
My new living room.
Bigger selection.
That is beautiful.
Better service.
Come together, right?
No.
Guaranteed delivery in 3 days or less.
Isn't it great?
That's what I needed.
Awesome.
Where'd you say she got her furniture from?
Raymore and Flanagan. Delivering a better experience.
Today's forecast, always sunny.
Yesterday my life was filled with rain. Sunny, thank God for the love. Sunny, one so true. I love you.
Jerusalem, Tel Aviv, vacation beyond belief. Book your trip now.
The 2018 FIL World Lacrosse Championships continues on Wingate Institute's field number 2. Live in Netanya, Israel, Craig Bloom and Kevin McMahon with you as Belgium prepares to take on Colombia in another matchup this afternoon. They're happening all over this institute. There's one right behind us that just finished. There's 4 other fields spread out amongst this institute. It's a beautiful place here in Netanya, Israel, and these two teams going to go at it today. Must-win situation.
Well, that's the way that Belgium described it. They said we're treating this like a must-win game. We feel as if we must win today. That's the number one thing on our mind. That's the number one thing we are worried about. We haven't had our first win yet, and that's what we want to do. Both of these teams, Belgium and Colombia, in their second appearances as a country. They made their first appearances last time in 2014 in Denver. So it should be a great one between Colombia and Belgium. This Colombian team, they pride themselves on being authentically Colombian. They all have paperwork in Colombia. They all have their passports are Colombian, except for one player who has his birth certificate from Colombia. in lieu of his passport. So these guys are authentic Colombia. They speak Spanish on the sidelines. They had training camps in Colombia, including in the capital, in Bogota. So these guys are super excited to be here. They're super prideful for their country, and they can't wait to play for the pride of Colombia.
Couple of things to note before this matchup gets underway. Still at a level 3 weather warning for the referees, meaning that the quarter and halftime breaks are a little bit longer. Level 3, the highest here in Israel, so it'll be a 7-minute intermission in between the first and second and the third and fourth quarter. And halftime, instead of 10 minutes, will extend to 15. The athletes also get a 3-minute hydration break, used as a media timeout, just like it works in basketball. When we get under 10 minutes, the stoppage of play forces that media timeout. And everybody gets a chance to rehydrate. Just make sure that they're staying healthy throughout the game.
Yeah, and like you said, it works on that dead ball. So after 10 minutes, it could not be another dead ball until the 5-minute mark, but that would be pretty wild. But if that happens, then it would be the media timeout whenever that happens after the 10 minutes. So that's when you look for. Ready to get started here between Colombia and Belgium. Both teams 0-2 in the tournament so far, looking for their first wins in this tournament this year.
Belgium, a couple of tough matchups versus the Czech Republic and the Philippines as we get started underway for a face-off battle. Ground ball control going to be very important. An off-ball call starts us off, and Belgium, rocking the red and black uniforms, gets to take the first possession.
Great job by Belgium. Belgium, they said their number one focus is to figure out a way to get that first win, and winning possession, that'll definitely help you.
They'll work the ball around, make sure they're comfortable on this field. They played here yesterday, said that they enjoyed it. It's a good atmosphere in Wingate Field number 2.
A big favorite of yours, Craig.
Very neat how this field is set up, almost the wraparound stadium seatings in stone as the first shot bounces off the bar. Ground ball fought for, picked up by Colombia. Right back to Belgium. Great defensive effort here. Peter Jan Barrett.
Barrett tried to keep that one and bring it down to his guys, but he ended up losing it there.
Back and forth. 4 defenders, flag flies. Both refs saw the penalty. Good sportsmanship on the field. Shaking things off is Charlie Suarez out of Hood College. A 1-minute cross-check is assessed. So Colombia with the first man-up opportunity, and both teams need to capitalize while they're man-up today.
Yeah, but it's also a time for Belgium, who's down here on defense. They can get a big momentum booster by getting a stop here.
Colombia's Rendon had his stick checked on the way in. Ball ended up flying out of bounds on the far sideline. Belgium will bring it back in. Take a look at the goalie battle today. In goal for Colombia, Oscar Andres Cifuentes. In goal out of Tennessee Wesleyan University, 23 years old. Down on the other end, in goal for Belgium, number 0, David Meekles. 23 years old as well. Standing tall. Penalties released. We're back to all even as Drivers comes onto the field for Belgium. Just about 3 minutes ticked away so far in this one. Nobody on the board just yet.
Belgium's philosophy is to be loud on defense, or to be quiet on defense, so their goalie can talk and to be loud on offense.
First save for Cifuentes. Gets a clearing pass all the way down the field. Colombia working the ball around. Their shot scores. Colombia first on the board, Alex Mandel.
No goal.
waved off. Colombia offsides, only has 2 defenders plus the goalie back on the other end of the field. Referee doing his due diligence, asking the coach if he now has the correct number of players on the field before we get started again.
So they waved off the penalty. They waved off the goal because of too many players in the field. All right.
So still even at 0. Belgium now with the opportunity on their end. Spillabine working with it on the far side, goes into the corner and brings it behind the cage. Got to be careful of these Belgium's cutting over the middle and standing in front of the goal, and boy, what a save from Cifuentes that time.
Kyle Baker for Belgium, a great player for Belgium. I think he had a hat trick yesterday against the Philippines. And if you can get a couple in past Dan Morris, that's a pretty big thing to brag about. And he almost had one there.
Valero Lesmes with the shot that time, one of the captains of this Colombian squad. Pretty good right-handed shot. Colombia closest to it when it went out, so they keep possession. Working to get back in front of the cage. Ball's taken away.
Belgium tried to win it back, and here comes Colombia.
Flag flies on the far side of the field. Play stops. Unsportsmanlike conduct called early on in this one. Santiago Lopez Concha of the University of Wisconsin Stevens Point, age 21, sits in the box for a minute. So Belgium, big opportunity here to strike first. They'll be man up for a full minute. Seen a couple of shots on goal from them already. See another one there and another beautiful stop.
And almost bounced back. That was a dangerous situation there for Colombia as Votat got it back. But nothing came of it.
Flag down on the far side of the field, back again by the goal. Waiting for the referee's signal of what the call is. .30-second technical foul on Tim DeQuester. The attackman was in the crease, ball was on the other end of the field, so 30-second technical is assessed. Both teams all even for the time being, and I don't have any penalty clocks up here in the booth, but I have to imagine that we didn't get 30 seconds into the minute penalty for Colombia, so Belgium should still get a few seconds of man up when the penalty is released.
Well, the great thing is, and we talked about it in the Jamaica game, we have that field mic, so you can hear that clock go off. So that's a blessing of having this field. They have a great field mic here for us, and it brings a unique feel to the broadcast, so you will be able to hear that release.
Even, boys, even!
Play from behind the cage, a lot of good lacrosse plays start there, a lot of isolation and a lot of cuts back and forth.
You hear the count?
So Colombia ended up man up for a couple of seconds. Belgium's now released. We're back to all even at full strength for both teams.
6-on-6, we're even. Everyone find a white jersey.
Colombia working down in the corner.
Strong defense here by Belgium, but Colombia get by and get a shot off.
Shot taken by Rendon that time. Rendon upset with the referee, thought that he was being held down by Van Hunegem.
That one almost went high. Did a great job there. Let's see if we can get some movement here from Colombia after the shot.
White's in the crease, Belgium ball.
And that's the one thing, Craig, I would say. Colombia's doing a great job of moving their feet with the ball, but they need cutters right here. Give them someone to feed to and try to get a good look.
Van de Wildenberg showing some good stick skills as he's able to hold on to the ball and get it behind the cage so that Belgium can get settled and get a good offensive possession here. We talked about it yesterday, Kevin, at the Philippines game. This Belgium team speaks 4 different languages, always communicating. It just depends on who they're talking to that they're speaking.
They have 3 official national language the country does, and that's Flemish, French, and German. And then add in English. That's 4 because children in school learn English there as well. The current team speaks all 4 of those languages, Flemish, French, German, and English. So these guys master communicators.
Cifuentes now behind the cage, asking his team for help, wants to be able to make a good pass.
Oh.
Gets all the way downfield. Colombia is able to recover.
That was a great pass. It was a risky pass, but it ended up being great for Cifuentes. And then Colombia almost had a chance there, then it rolled out of bounds.
Ball bouncing, gets taken away, back down the Colombian side. A beautiful save. Meekles makes himself big on the ground. Walks off the hit to the shin. Meekles cannot afford to get hurt. Belgium's backup goalie out with a thumb injury. Expected to miss the rest of the tournament.
They've been through what they could get from Meekles so far, and they trust him. He was getting prepped up as we were talking to one of the coaches, and he said, "This guy is magic in goal." They just kind of smiled at each other. And hey, 10 minutes in, no goals. Both these goalies put together a great performance so far.
Kyle Baker brings the ball back in for the Belgium squad.
Because all things considered, Craig, we've seen a lot of goals. You know, most of these games don't end too low scoring, and either total or one way or the other. And so far, 0-0, almost right near the first media timeout. That's pretty unusual for this tournament.
Belgium, quick shot. Push back away.
Bounced out. Colombia trying to keep it in, and it rolls out.
Ball back to Belgium. 9:49 on the clock, and that hits a hydration break for the players and a media timeout for us. Stay right with us on the ESPN family of networks. You're watching the 2018 FIL World Championships.
Today's forecast, always sunny.
Yesterday my life was filled with rain. Sunny, thinking for the love. Sunny, one so true. I love you.
Jerusalem, Tel Aviv, vacation beyond belief. Book your trip now.
Epic Lacrosse, the leader in technologically advanced lacrosse equipment, is proud to be the official head, shaft, glove, and arm protection of the 2018 FIL World Championships in Netanya, Israel. Thank you to all the teams that trusted Epic for their gear needs. Epic Lacrosse, live, play, be. Craig Bloom and Kevin McMahon with you as we're back underway after the hydration break. Belgium with the opportunity down on the offensive end of the field. Just under 10 minutes into this game, score 0-0. Flag flies right at the substitution box, and after play ends on the far end, flag flies over there as well. So an illegal substitution, 30-second penalty, and then a cross-check will be a minute. So 30 seconds for a two-man up situation for Belgium, and then an extra 30 for a one-man up.
So the coach is trying to get clarification if they are two-man up or not, and they are. So a great opportunity for Belgium, two-man up. And this is where you got to use your advantage. Somebody is open. Stay spread, keep moving, and find that opening.
Rip taken from about 5 feet from the line that time. See the cuts and the calls for the ball. Ball runs out of bounds. It's going to go toward Colombia, and that's a big break for the Colombian squad. Colombia gets the ball all the way down to the other end of the field, picking it up, David Michaels. Michaels wants to get the ball back to the offense as quickly as possible, and Kyle Baker's got it in the middle of the field. And one penalty's released, so now man up, regular man up for in the next 30 seconds as another shot from Kyle Baker is deflected to the right. Belgium not in too big of a rush here with their man-up opportunity still. Baker behind the cage looking to feed a cutting Lucas Votat. Didn't work out too well, and now ground ball battle right in front of us. Loose ball push goes back to Belgium. Drivers has it. Here's Vanden Wildenberg, and he's holding on to things as the man-up opportunity runs out, and we're back to even strength.
Wow, what a battle we're seeing right now between these two goalies. Cifuentes in goal for Colombia, doing a great job right now, and we are locked at 0.
Baker's got to have at least 6 or 7 shots by now in the last couple of minutes alone.
Baker, a terrific scorer for this Belgium team. He's a great playmaker, and he's an offensive leader. He's a guy that Colombia looks for to, that Belgium looks for to play a big role.
Belgium strikes first. Getting on the board, Diego Spillabine.
That was huge for Spillabine to get that goal right there. That's exactly what they needed. 1-0. We've been in a deadlock here for the first quarter, and 14 minutes into the game, Spillabine gets on the board first. Tough break there for Cifuentes because he has been playing great goal. Oscar Andres Cifuentes has been playing awesome for Colombia, so he's going to keep his team in it. You can tell that, Craig, from the way he's been playing. He just needs to get some help from this Colombian offense.
Should be doable as the face-off battle back underway. A good battle as they went all the way around in a circle.
That's
ball
when you know
comes
it's
out.
great.
Ground ball won by Belgium and get down into the attacking end of the field.
And that's when you know it's a great one, when they go all the way around the sun, as I like to say. And, Craig, something kind of fun or not fun, but something that interesting to speculate about is Colombia. We know they can score goals, and they're good shooters. They did score well. They just had too many men on the field. So we know they can execute.
Just haven't played too much time down on their offensive end of the field as Van den Wildenberg passes back up to Noak, and Belgium continues to work it around.
Belgium has done a great job of controlling the pace, controlling the tempo, and they've been dictating how this game is going to go so far. And when you control the ball on your side, you know, not only are you helping your defense, but it's really annoying to the other offense who just wants to get going.
Aaron pass gets all the way to midfield to the Belgium defense. Ball still on the ground.
Great check.
Belgium somehow able to stay onside. Everybody knows. Except for number 17, Diego Spillivan. He tiptoes over without realizing.
Well, Bart did a great job there of sending the ball back over, getting a check to turn it back over, and get it back to his offense. But his efforts stopped a little bit there by Colombia.
Feed inside, intended for Rodriguez Arias. Dropped as it got to the middle of the field. Now Belgium, no trouble on the clear. Lenz brings it all the way down. Van den Wildenberg with it, close side, going down into the corner. Belgium with a lot of instructions coming from the sideline. Shot that time from Van den Wildenberg. Wide left. Belgium backs up, and with 3 minutes left in the quarter with a 1-0 lead, here comes the wraparound. Flag flies into the air. Coming over to the penalty box, Colombia's Daniel Orlando Rodriguez Abida.
That was a good idea there by De Cuesta, and then he was fouled. So now a man-up opportunity for Belgium here with 2:40 left to go in the first quarter.
Beautiful save that time. Cifuentes in the right spot to knock it down, and Colombia has the opportunity to kill the man up, but Belgium picks up a ground ball and puts the second one in the cage. Brendan Murphy.
That was a nice try at first by Ben Baker. He just tried to flick it in. It didn't work. Ball rolled back, and then ball was loose, picked up, and scored one-on-one. That's going to go down almost every single time. That's one of the hardest things to stop as a goalie, a one-on-one opportunity. Brendan Murphy getting on the board for Belgium.
Under 2 minutes left to play in the first quarter. Score 2-0 in favor of the red and black uniforms. A little bit different mechanics here at the FIL for face-off, so not uncommon to see the players step back up. Also perfectly legal to carry the ball in the back of your stick after the face-off as long as it does come out. If it gets stuck and you have too much of a pinch on that face-off head, you'll be called.
And that creates for some fast break opportunities because guys don't have to flip it out. They can keep it in there and keep running.
Bounce shot from Emil Drivers. High over the cage. Closing in on 60 seconds left in the quarter.
So far, Belgium's done a pretty good job executing. They're up 2-0 after it being 0-0 until about 6:35 left, somewhere around that area. And if they could get one more right here, that'd be great execution. That'd be 3 goals in less than 6 minutes. Already have 2 in that time.
Great feed inside, score! Tim DeQuester on the doorstep. Beautiful feed from the top. That's picture perfect.
And DeQuester right there. Picture perfect, as Craig described. 3-0, and they've scored 3 goals in under 7 minutes. It was right around that 7-minute mark where the scoring began. We were locked at 0 up until that point, and now Belgium really starting to get some stuff going here.
Just enough time to blow the whistle to start the face-off is how much time it takes for the quarter to run out. Running time. The first 3 quarters, only time that play is stop time. The last 3 minutes of the fourth. Extended quarter break here. 7 minutes for the athletes to rehydrate. Stay with us here on the ESPN family of networks. You're watching the 2018 FIL World Championships.
Today's forecast, always sunny.
Yesterday my life was filled with rain. Sunny, thinking for the love. Sunny, one so true. I love you.
Jerusalem, Tel Aviv, vacation beyond belief. Book your trip now.
Hi?
Level 3 weather plan in effect.
Well, I'll tell you what now. Now it's gotten a little bit cooler before the beginning of this game. But at the beginning of this game, I think 7 minutes would have been in order had it remained like that. But that's the rules, and they know best.
So back to work these teams go. Colombia gets a possession. They'd like to get their first on the board. Running through is Alex Mandel behind the cage. Now Castillo Morales, the other captain, up top. Rodriguez Arias. Mandel working, but the pass is picked off by Brendan Murphy of Belgium. Ball's trying to go back the other way. Good ride.
So Belgium getting a big stop there. Flag is up.
Boy, that flag went pretty far. Shot that time from Vanden Wildenberg.
There's no
sails wide, and it's a 1 minute slash on the flag.
From what I've seen no in between on the flag throwing. It's either a low one, like just dropped on the ground, or it's an absolute high flyer.
Either way, fun to watch. Belgium man up for a minute. Could tack on their fourth.
Baker with a really hard shot there. What a great stop by What a great stop right there by the goalie, Cifuentes.
Cifuentes really taking that one off the chest. That's sacrificing the body for the game.
Man.
Ball went down. Vanden Wildenberg picked it back up on the far side.
That came in at so much speed. As a goalie, you really have to let it all hang out. You really have to take a gamble there, and he did. Man, that is really putting it all out there for your team.
Spillabin now from up top. Oh, absolutely unintentional. Lucas Votat scores a goal. He was looking for a cutting Kyle Baker, and just the little lob pops over Cifuentes. Makes this a 4-0 game.
And what happened there, I believe, is Cifuentes saw Baker right in front of him. So as the goalkeeper, as the goalie, he's right there and he's ready. And he goes, now I got to mark this man. And when he went to mark Baker, when he went to prepare for him to have it, he figured the pass was going to get there. And then the pass went a little bit more, and it went in right behind him. So he was anticipating Baker to have it and worried about going after him, and misplayed the ball a little bit as it went a little bit further than anyone expected, including Votat.
Tough break that time, and Belgium with the face-off win. Just over 3 minutes into the second quarter. Belgium with a 4-0 lead, and what a great field awareness play that we just saw there. Brendan Murphy able to keep himself onside until Drivers was able to get back. Instructions being shouted from the Belgium bench. They only shout the directions in one language. They don't shout them in all four. Here's Stepman. Saved by Cifuentes.
Man, what a great job by Cifuentes, except for that one miscue he just had. He's been really, really sharp. 4-0, now Colombia trying to get back into it.
Ill-advised pass from Harley James Humphrey as it went out of bounds. Spillabin now up top near the midfield line, taking advantage of some of that shade, and I can't wait till it gets over here.
Man, it is a hot one up here in the box, but wouldn't want to be anywhere else. Belgium and Colombia really going at it here. In Belgium, after they were deadlocked there, 0-0, making a move now. Man, Cifuentes is playing really sharp, though. He's keeping his guys in it.
Cifuentes with good amount of saves so far in this game, as Belgium is working hard and making Cifuentes work hard too. Lots of games happening throughout the week up until next weekend for the 2018 FIL World Championships. You can catch all of them on the ESPN family of networks. Many games streaming on ESPN Plus, ESPN Select, ESPN Player. Few games on the networks. ESPN2 shows Canada versus the USA right behind us on Wingate 1, coming up very shortly in about an hour.
A lot of folks excited for that one. And then a little bit later, Iroquois in Australia. That should be fun.
Beautiful passing, beautiful scoring. Kyle Baker gets his first.
Kyle Baker, a brilliant scorer for this Belgium team. And you heard a hold your breath as Baker got one-on-one with Cifuentes. Nothing that Cifuentes could do, nothing that Cifuentes did wrong. One-on-one with Ben Baker. That's a really tough assignment. Baker with the finish.
13:45 left on the clock. Belgium up now 5-0 in the first half. Timeout on the field. We'll step aside as well. You're watching the 2018 FIL World Championships.
Today's forecast, always sunny. Jerusalem, Tel Aviv. Vacation beyond belief. Book your trip now.
.45 left to play. Craig Bloom, Kevin McMahon with you. Illegal procedure called as no midi on the field to take the face-off. A missed opportunity there for Colombia as the referee decided they had enough time to get somebody onto the field. Belgium ball.
And that wind starting to blow here. The flags, the many flags. Almost all 46. Haven't taken the time to count, but I think it's almost all of them. Surround field 2 here, and they are waving as we get ready for what can be considered the nightcap here at Wingate.
Vanden Wildenberg on the far side. Pushed down into the corner and guarded by Christian David Gonzalez Leguizaman. Baker over to drivers. Stepman with a great shot. Cifuentes with a better save.
Great save by Cifuentes. A big pass here. We see Cifuentes not afraid to throw it up the field.
Gonzalez Leguizaman gets it all the way down the field. Sergio Andres Madrigal Castaño has the ball now at midfield. Mandel able to find some help. Garzon Guevara, another captain on this team, number 55, playing up at the top. Colombia with the drive, flag flies, should be a hold. Belgium's Brendan Murphy out of Kinesis Buffalo Lacrosse Club. He'll sit in the box for a 30-second hold. Colombia with a bit of time to work. Be a big step for them if they could convert, and they do. Great pass, great finish.
Colombia on the board first. Great job sharing it around and then putting it right in where it needed to be. 5-1, a 4-goal game, plenty of time for Colombia. And now that you have one, things tend to get easier.
Not even the shot because there was 2 guys over there, but the feed across the middle of the crease from Giovanni Alejandro Rendon really spurred that goal.
Absolutely, couldn't agree more.
So 5-1 the score now. We're approaching the next hydration break. Looked like Colombia moved early, so Belgium takes possession. Lamarque brings it back on. Spillabin has it. Votop back up top on the close side. Belgium ready to answer. Spillabin wanted to shoot, thought better of it, got pushed outside. DeQuester now draws the double team. Ball on the ground, fought for, and a hold is called. It'll be Columbia ball after the hydration break. 9:43 left on the clock, score 5-1. Columbia showing a little bit of life. You're watching the 2018 FIL World Championships.
Today's forecast, always sunny.
Yesterday my life was filled with rain. Sunny, thinking for the love. Sunny, one so true. I love you.
Jerusalem, Tel Aviv, vacation beyond belief. Book your trip now.
Hi?
We're looking for insurance.
Let's see who's free.
Is your insurance agent trapped? Probably. When agents work for only one company, their options are simply limited.
And as we get started again, score 5-1, about 9.5 minutes left to play. Belgium having a little bit of trouble controlling. Ground ball battle fought for. Belgium, little trouble communicating. Now running away with it, Steven van Hoynigem. Hoynigem gets pushed out of bounds, and it's going to be called as a push.
Columbia did a good job on the man ball drill there. Then they just got a little bit too into it and got a little bit over aggressive. That's going to go against them now.
Come on, no fans.
Pass goes to A-wire. Kyle Baker unable to handle it, and it rolls out of bounds. Ryan Ceballos brings it back in and makes a good pass on the clear attempt. Here's Columbia coming down the field. Matt Schuler with the ball now. Up top, directing traffic, making sure his team is ready to go. Schuler, split dodge, looked for the pass, cutting across the middle that time. Alex Mandel.
Good, nice try there by Columbia to chase the pass there. Saw it as a shot. And Craig, when you're refereeing, how tough is it to judge if it was a pass or a shot, especially when you got guys chasing after trying to sell it to you.
Usually you can tell.
I thought that was a pretty good sell.
Usually you could tell. So Belgium now, and they're attacking third, trying to make something work. Tim DeQuester can't do that, so he gets rid of it.
Great passing into the corner. Let's see what they can do with it here. Oh.
Ball bounces out of bounds after the shot from DeQuester.
And you gotta love that ball movement. You gotta love the way that Belgium is working with each other right now.
Look at wide open in the middle of the field. Stepman puts it in.
And great sight of the field. Looking up and looking at all of your options. Saw Stepman wide open, gave him the feed, and there was nothing that Cifuentes could do about it because Stepman was right there one-on-one. And if you're this Colombian defense, you've done a good job. You just got to eliminate some of these open chances for the Belgium team because there's some situations right now where they're getting loose, they're getting open, and then it turns into a one-on-one situation with with your goalie and an open Belgium player, and you can't let that happen.
Humphrey and Haynick going at it. Violation gives Colombia the ball. Flag is up in the air. Colombia did get a timeout called, as well as a slash on Janssens. So 90 seconds to talk things over, dissect things. Now you have a man-up situation, and Colombia needs to take advantage of it. They're down by 5 goals, still early on in the game, 6:01 on the clock in the half. There's no reason that they shouldn't come out of this huddle with something drawn up for a man-up operation that's going to beat this Belgium squad.
Yeah, 6-1, they're very, very close here because they got this man-up opportunity. It's a great opportunity for Colombia to come out and try to perform and try to put one in the net. A great opportunity for them to get good looks. I've been preaching this the whole time. I'm going to keep talking about it. But even if you don't, even if the end result isn't a goal, if you get a few quality chances, that's something you can build on. Anytime you can test the goalie, you can test the defense, you are in great shape. Man up is a great chance to be able to do that if you're Colombia. But you got to be careful. You got to spread everybody out. Take care of the ball. We've seen a couple of possessions where Colombia has turned it over. So take care of the ball. Look for each other. You showed you can score. Get the goal right here. That's going to be a huge confidence booster to this Colombia team if they're able to do so.
So they've talked things over. They've decided on a plan, and everybody returns to the field. Referee in the middle of the field got things started a little quicker than the sideline ref would have appreciated, as Colombia had not gotten the defense back on the field yet. They do get back out there, and one of those good looks does happen.
Garcia Garzon, and that was a great look right there. Just a little bit high, but you're right, absolutely right, Craig. That's one of the ones I was talking about. Very good look, went right above the cage. And they want to get one of those again. Oh, good look inside.
Big hits inside. Interference is called on David Michaels, the goalie, in cage for Belgium.
Great defensive stop by Brendan Murphy to be there and scoop it up. Unfortunately, the hit gives Colombia back the ball. Unfortunately for Belgium, a great break for Colombia.
Clock stops due to equipment malfunction. Losing a shoe on the play was Alejandro Garcia Garzon. So he'll go to the sidelines and put his cleat back on.
Craig, I have a wild stat about that. Second shoe I've seen lost in play today.
Is that right?
Yeah, we saw one during the Finland game, and they called immediate on the field timeout because it was the man who had the ball driving towards the goal. It was really something.
Something to see for sure. Too bad I wasn't over there to see that one.
Yeah, Steven Stamp did not know what to do. Oh, a great shot and a score for Colombia. Rendon, Giovanni Alejandro Rendon, and he's fired up. A great finish, and that's exactly what Colombia needed right there.
Just over 4 minutes left, and they make it back to a 4-goal game. Colombia still very much in this one.
Absolutely, Craig. Colombia right here, 6-2. Both teams want to win this game because they have not won so far since they've been in Netanya, Israel, since they've been at the 2018 FIL World Lacrosse Championships. And you want to leave with a win. Regardless of what else happens, you want to win, and you want to make sure that good things happen.
Caught cheating was Charlie Suarez as he tried to get a couple of inches farther over the line. Illegal procedure called. Colombia's ball down on the attacking end of the field. You know, when we used to run in on the the midfield wings during the face-off as a shot comes in and sails left, we had to be on the other side of the field that we would try to cheat a couple of steps.
Oh, yeah. Then you'd fall over and the call would go against you. That's what always happened when I tried. All right, personal experience. All right.
Marcus Adam Wims with it. He had that first goal for Colombia, pass across the crease, and that's why it's so dangerous, because it gets taken away by the goalie if he's paying attention.
We've seen some great stuff here by David Michaels. Only giving up 2 goals so far, but Colombia is still very much in this game. If they can get a stop and then get an offensive possession, no shot clock here in FIL. Only the warning where you have to keep it in the box if you're giving it. So Colombia can hold for that last possession if they can win it back. If you're Belgium, you're going to try to hold for the last possession.
Ball being worked all the way around, and like you mentioned, there is just no rush. Nor does there need to be.
No, you are in no hurry if you're Belgium, because even if they tell you, you know, the stall is on, you take it into the box and you don't leave it and you don't turn it over. No need to try to give this ball back to Colombia.
Van den Wildenberg goes low. Baker couldn't get the shot off, but was able to grab the ground ball. Van den Wildenberg. Pass just barely catches the catch fence behind the end line. DeQuesto. Jumping shot.
What a shot by DeQuesto. Did not go, but man, had a lot on it. Belgium wants to talk about it. They want to make sure they're getting the right look, and they probably want to talk about trying to hold for the last possession.
Timeouts are use it or lose it in the second half. You get 2 per half. So, Kevin, what's your thought? You want to hold it for about a minute, start running about 20 seconds?
Honestly, usually I would say no, but at this point, you took some looks that time, and I don't disagree with that. You just won the ball back. Maybe take another look if you want and make sure you have a guy back there to chase down the possession, but you don't want to take the risk of losing possession, because if Colombia can get this within a 3-goal game going into the half, it's a completely different game. Do you disagree, Craig?
No, I think you're right. I think that it is a different game if honestly either team can put another point up on the board.
That's a good point. That's a really good point, because it goes from being a 4-point game to a 3-point game and a 3-goal game, and Colombia feels great going into the half. I said, we got that one taken away from us, and, we're still right here. We're 3 goals away. If Belgium holds it and scores right before the end, it's 7-2, and it's like, boys, it was 0-0 with about 7 minutes left in the first quarter. Now we're leading by 5, So either way, both teams can use it as a positive. And Colombia can use it as a positive twice, because if they score, it's positive. If they hold Belgium, it's positive as well. So a lot to be gained as far as momentum goes and confidence boosters for Colombia. For Belgium, they're hoping just to execute this correctly.
So as we get started again, we'll see what Belgium has drawn up. They, of course, start by working the ball all the way around. Votat with it now, and he comes across to Spilleben. Now Votat trying to drive with the right hand as we hit 60 seconds. Flag flies. Ball hits the ground. Penalty will be assessed. Clock continues to run.
And that's not what you wanted to do if you're Colombia, because they're going to be man up. But it might take you out of the quarter here. It's not a lot of time.
Interference called on William Cañas Valencia. It's a 30-second technical.
So about 28 seconds man up for Belgium here.
They'll finish the quarter in 20 seconds. Spilleben with the ball, and they want to run. Baker, a couple of quick fakes. Baker with the shot. All clocks stop with 8 seconds left again, and use it or lose it. And Belgium again wants to talk about things. 8 seconds is plenty of time to start a play from behind the goal. 6 seconds of that, you're still man up. So by the time that the man coming out of the penalty box gets down into the defending zone, he's not going to be too much of a use anyways. The play is already going to happen.
Well, Craig, things have changed since we last talked. And interesting. At 11 seconds, they put it up, the timeout, and the time they put 11 seconds back on. When you have the opportunity to be man up, that changes everything. You're 30 seconds man up. You want to go then and use the man up to your advantage. You don't want to just let it ride because you're doing something for time purposes. So that kind of throws out the just waiting for anything situation. But now you got to go quick. You got to imagine Belgium has something drawn up. I think you either have Baker go and take it himself, or you have guys just come in and get right around the crease and try to get something right inside.
See what they have. Baker's pass up top on Wildenberger.
Great D.
Number 3 can't get anything taken care of. A very, very good stop for Colombia on defense.
How about the play from Charlie Suarez right there? Single-handedly shuts down that opportunity for Belgium. Wildenberg had nowhere to go, and a terrific stop by Suarez. Colombia stays within 4.
6-2 the score as we head to the halftime break. Only 10 minutes now that we're out of the weather level 3 notion. In fans, Sidewalls Lacrosse has created the first and only custom-manufactured lacrosse heads that represent the style and individuality you bring to the game. You shouldn't have to be Picasso in order to have a custom head. Check out sidewalls.com for official 2018 FIL World Championship heads and more. That's sidewalls.com, sidewalls with a Z. Today's game is also brought to you in part by Signature Lacrosse. Signature is a company built by the players for the players, focused on revolutionizing the progression of the game. Follow Signature Lacrosse on Instagram at Signature Lacrosse to stay up to date on product releases like Magic Mesh, the longest lasting, strongest, and #1 performance mesh in the game. 6-2 in favor of Belgium as we are in halftime, just a few minutes away from getting started once again. Stay with us here on the family of ESPN networks. You're watching the 2018 FIL World Championship.
Today's forecast, always sunny.
Yesterday my life was filled with rain. Sunny, thinking for the love. Sunny, one so true. I love you.
Jerusalem, Tel Aviv, vacation beyond belief. Book your trip now.
Hi.
We're looking for insurance.
Let's see who's free.
Is your insurance agent trapped? Probably. When agents work for only one company, their options are simply limited. But a trusted choice independent agent is free to shop around to find you a better deal. Free to do what's right for you. Find an agent at trustedchoice.com.
For over 30 years, Cascade has been the most trusted helmet in lacrosse. Introducing the Cascade S. Cascade, passion to protect.
Jordan Wolf won't pan out.
Joe Walters is overrated.
Joey Sankey won't make it at the next level.
Fire!
She only went furniture shopping 3 days ago. There's no way it got there so quickly.
She said everything was available in stock, 3-day delivery.
Wow. Why didn't we get that?
Ever wonder if there's a better way to shop for furniture? Raymore and
But I
Flanagan.
think it should go
Bigger
over
selection.
there. Oh, gentlemen.
Better service.
Yeah.
Guaranteed delivery in 3 days or less. Raymore and Flanagan. Delivering a better experience.
No way your furniture's here already.
Raymore and Flanagan, 3-day delivery.
Do not mention delivery.
Ever wonder if there's a better way to shop for furniture?
Let me show you.
Wow.
Raymore and
Have
Flanagan.
my new living room.
Bigger selection.
That is beautiful.
Better service.
Together, right?
No.
Guaranteed delivery in 3 days or less.
Isn't it great?
That's what I needed.
Awesome.
Where'd you say she got her furniture from?
Raymore and Flanagan. Delivering a better experience.
Today's forecast, always sunny.
Yesterday my life was filled with rain. Sunny, thinking for the love. Sunny, one so true. I love you.
Jerusalem, Tel Aviv. Vacation beyond belief. Book your trip now.
Hi.
We're looking for insurance.
Let's see who's free.
Is your insurance agent trapped? Probably. When agents work for only one company, their options are simply limited. But a trusted choice independent agent is free to shop around to find you a better deal. Free to do what's right for you. Find an agent at trustedchoice.com.
For over 30 years, Cascade has been the most trusted helmet in lacrosse. Introducing the Cascade S. Cascade, passion to protect.
Jordan Wolf won't pan out.
Joe Walters is overrated.
Joey Sankey won't make it at the next level.
Fire! 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 Fire!
She only went furniture shopping 3 days ago. There's no way it got there so quickly.
She said everything was available in stock, 3-day delivery.
Wow. Why didn't we get that?
Ever wonder if there's a better way to shop for furniture? Raymore and
But I
Flanagan.
think it should go
Bigger
over
selection.
there. Oh, gentlemen.
Better service.
Yeah.
Guaranteed delivery in 3 days or less. Raymore and Flanagan. Delivering a better experience.
After halftime score is 6-2. Craig Bloom, Kevin McMahon with you. Belgium. Yard sale.
Oh, what a great catch in transition going towards the goal.
Rendon pulls back out, gets reset.
Great
Don't want
job.
to work too quickly.
Great job by Colombia. They look good right now. They look confident. If they can get something going right here and get the extra goal to make it a 3-goal game, they'd be in good shape.
Good shot that time from Rendon. Ends up bouncing over the cage. Flag down on the play. Going to be a slash call. Brendan Murphy in the box for a minute for the slash. So Colombia will be able to get things started. Shot again, bouncing high over the cage, and something that we've seen here a lot in the tournament this week. This ground is hard. When you try to bounce a shot, it bounces high.
You know what's funny? Connor and I were talking about that in the last game we did here with Jamaica and Peru. As a nice shot there, and Colombia's fired up.
Rendon on the board with his second. Colombia strikes first in the second half, cuts this to a 3-goal lead. No reason not to be fired up.
2 for number 2. And what we were talking about is, yes, it's grass, but you got to think about what the soil is underneath. And that's like a hard sand, and that's why I think it bounces so far. And the Colombia bench really starting to show that passion and really starting to try to energize their team, which is really, really important when you're trying to mount the comeback here.
Face-off battle scooped up by Colombia. They'll get back down to their end of the field again. Charlie Suarez able to scoop it up and leave with it.
And Colombia has looked better. Has looked better in this second half already. They look more confident. They look like they're playing more relaxed. They looked almost a little bit, a little too tight in the first half. They look a lot looser now, and they look like they're playing a lot more fluid game. They're playing together.
Wynn trying to duck under. Good defense there from Belgium. Rendon all the way up top, brings a defender with him. Rendon with the pop inside, has the ball knocked out, but is able to pick it up and get a pass off. Again with a pass attempt across the middle of the crease. Very difficult, and a clear pass from David Michaels. Not really sure what happened there.
I think we're going to get one of those special face-offs right here. Oh, no, I misspoke. Sorry. I thought they were pointing like they were going to do that face-off.
Offsides on Colombia, Belgium ball.
And, Craig, that's a mistake you can't have there because the less time you have with the ball is not great when you're trying to make this comeback.
Belgium takes plenty of time. This is their first possession of the second half, almost 5 minutes into the game. You can hear the Colombia chads from the crowd and the bench.
They're trying to fire their defense up. They want to see if they can get a big stop here.
Drivers now with it on the close side. Van den Wildenberg.
When we talked to Coach Jutter before the game, he said this team is authentically Colombian, and we are happy for that. When it comes to the growth of the game, when it comes to defending putting on for the pride of our country, you know, he couldn't be happier with how authentic this Colombia team is. You can hear the excitement that they're having. You can hear the Spanish that they're chanting. They are trying to will this defense to get a stop against a very good Belgium offense that's been having it today.
Van den Wildenberg basically hands the ball over to Cifuentes, unable to get a good shot on it. And now ground ball race on the other side of the field as Michaels comes all the way out of the goal.
And that was a long pass by Cifuentes, a long pass to try on that clear. But, you know, for clarity, that was the first one he's missed. All those other long ones he's hit.
Marcus Adams win behind the cage. Now Schuler. Schuler comes all the way up top, brings Emil Drivers with him. Here's a shot, a hard one at that, and Michaels picks it right off. Plenty of time on the clear here. No timer to get over half field. No timer to get in the box. Spillabin makes a defender miss. Baker can't handle the pass. Over the top check from Baker that time, and it's impressive when you can do that cleanly.
Absolutely, and the Colombia defense has really cranked it up here. And now another chance for their offense. They're trying to get this thing started. They're trying to get another goal on the board to make it just a 2-goal game, 6-3 right now. The Belgium scoring has come to a stop a little bit here, and Colombia has a chance to bring down this lead.
Colombia down in the corner, Win holding the ball. Win now with the pass right in front, and that seems to be Colombia's specialty, is passing right in front of the crease and losing the ball.
Well, that was a great idea right there to go for the pass, and then a great takeaway and stop by the Belgium defense. Just didn't work out in Colombia's favor right there.
Moving pick on a goalie. You don't see that too often, but Michaels came out to set a screen and just ran into the other man. Change of possession, back to Belgium. Ball on the ground. Michaels picks it up.
And a big pass.
Ball rolled out of his stick somewhere. Came over to the sideline right by the Colombia bench. Colombia ball.
Lost that one in the sun as it rolled through.
Garzon Guevara. If you believe it, another captain on the Colombia team, and I think we've hit all four. Now up to Win. Win can't handle the bounce. Out of bounds. Colombia coaches telling their players, get back. Belgium now down to their end of the field. Votat with it. Right to the middle. Van den Wildenberg draws a flag as he was pushed. Shot hits the outside of the cage from Baker. "30-second push. It looks like it'll be on Giovanni Garcia. So Belgium with the opportunity to make this a 4-goal game once again.
Right before that immediate timeout, Belgium trying to get a little bit ahead here. And Colombia has had the ball on offense for a majority so far of the first 10 minutes of this quarter. They've really dictated the pace, which is different than the first half, where Belgium was really doing most of the tempo control.
Big ground ball battle fought for a long time. Now scooped up by Belgium. Van den Wildenberg with a good pass and a great save.
And that's a big flag right there. As the goal happened, it's not going to count, but a major hit was laid right around the corner, and I think both went down.
Goal waved off, does not count. Every ref threw their flag, I believe. They'll sort things out, and the trainer's over attending to the injured. .9:58 left on the clock, so the clock stops here for the hydration break and the media timeout. 6-3 in favor of Belgium. We'll give you an update as soon as we get back. You're watching the 2018 FIL World Championships. And we welcome you back to the Belgium-Colombia game. A couple of injuries is what we left you at before we left for the media timeout hydration break. Cifuentes hurt on the play, looked like an arm injury. Don't like to speculate, but Oscar Daniel Castillo Morales, one of the midfield captains, steps into the cage and takes over goalie responsibilities. Simultaneous penalties were assessed. That was for the multiple flags that were down on the field. So both teams playing man down for the time being. Should be released very shortly. Craig Bloom, Kevin McMahon with you. We've got a 3-goal game here in the third quarter. And now Colombia man down for 30 seconds.
And it's been a good game, but now we got a brand new goalie in goal for Colombia. It's number 8, Castillo Morales. And this is going to be a test now. Castillo Morales coming in cold. Basically because, you know, they were under the idea they'd have Cifuentes.
Castillo Morales in goal now, able to direct traffic and lead his team to a clear as they get over midfield. Now running all the way down inside, getting a shot off. The long pull, Charlie Suarez out of Hood College, 22 years old. Turned on the Jets and ran away from everybody.
And it was a great chase down there by Colombia. And a great chance for Colombia to work their way back into this game. 6-3. And they've looked more comfortable in this quarter, as I have said.
Heavy defense from Belgium forces a ground ball. Still being fought for. 4 Colombia players playing against each other there. Bad communication on the field. Belgium has the ball, and Baker has it on the close side. Baker still with it, now in the middle, gives it away. Drivers to Stepman. You may hear the national anthems of USA and Canada in the background. That game about to kick off on ESPN2, right behind us on Wingate Field, number 1.
Everybody's spaced out here. Drivers coming in, finds a man on the inside. Great job by Colombia to keep their defensive sticks up to break that up.
Ground ball fought for once again. Good man ball opportunity there. Ball gets kicked away, rolls out of bounds, and is awarded to Belgium. Van den Wildenberg gets a run down the right alley, switches to the left hand, and the first save for Castillo Morales.
So Morales comes off the bench, gets a major steal. Now they try to get get a major save. And now they try to get the clear going so they can get it back to their offense. But Belgium trying to win it back.
Ball picked up once again by Van den Wildenberg. A nice one-handed grab there from Drivers.
That was a great job by Belgium to pressure the ball to make sure they could get it back to their guys.
Kyle Baker once again. Middle of the field.
Baker, a guy who needs little time and little room to score. You got to stay tight on him.
Baker with a move, decides to shoot. It goes wide left. Ill-advised shot in my opinion, Kev.
Yeah, maybe not the best shot you're going to get on that possession. And that's the thing that you want to try to do. You want to say, guys, we want to make sure we're getting the best possible look. We can get that. And Baker is a really, really talented scorer, Kyle Baker. He can take great shots, and he can get that. The shot he just took, he can almost get that one at any point in the possession. So you might want to work for a better one before you take that one, as that was kind of the beginning of the possession here for Belgium.
Drivers with a shot that again goes wide left, closing in on 5 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Baker steps back on. Stepman looks to go across, bouncing off of the post. Drivers can't get it to go in.
Oh, what a great play there by Valero Lesmes to get loose there and get the ball down and not Ward. He popped off and powered through and kind of pulled up his other arm just to kind of make a way through, but did not Ward.
Matt Schuler outside, grip, rip, score.
And here we go. Matt Schuler scoring for Columbia, and just like that, it's a 6-4 game. 2 goals away Columbia is from tying this thing up.
2-goal game, under 4 minutes in the third quarter. And folks, we apologize for the technical difficulties with the camera. We do have our broadcast engineer up in the booth with us trying to fix it. We know we're having some trouble with some zoom and focus. We'll keep you updated otherwise as the face-off battle is underway at the middle of the field. Belgium winning it, running down the field.
And I think that was the face-off. I was going to say, I think that's exactly what Belgium needed was to do, win that face-off, win back that possession. But another break for Columbia here as they get the turnover.
What they didn't need to do was throw the ball away, and now Columbia with the opportunity. Valero Lesmes. Alex Mandel now. Guarded by Lamarque. Quick switches up top. Michaels comes way out of the cage, trying to help his defense. Has to retreat back in.
Michael sprints back to get into, and a collision between the two. A little miscommunication by 2 teammates there.
Heads down, all running toward each other. Rendon and Schuler seem to have been able to shake things off. Now a flag on the far side, looks like a hold. Seen that once or twice too, where the referee throws the flag out of the stadium he's working in. So Ryan Ceballos sits for a minute for Colombia with a cross-checking call. Good opportunity here for the Belgium squad to kind of get their feet back under them.
And that was great passing there. That one almost went through. And what a great job to work together. And almost got the finish there, did Murphy.
Here's Baker again in the middle. Baker, underhand, rips it. It's stopped way before the cage. Looked like it went off of Santiago Lopez Concha. And under a minute to play here, Baker's got the ball at X. Taken up top, Murphy rips it hard off the rocks. That ball gets a great bounce. Still rolling, and then picked up by a spectator across the field.
Throw it back. Oh, no, that's not what they're saying. I'm sorry.
There's a rip off the pipe again. Tim DeQuester can't get it to go in. "20 seconds now left on the clock. This is where those teams have this situation already practiced, rehearsed. They know that they can run into this situation a lot. Ball gets down on the ground. That's not the rehearsal. 10 seconds left. Colombia needs to get it all the way down the field.
Massive stop for Colombia. If you just hold on to it here, there's no shame in that. You don't need to turn it over again to Belgium. Great stop by Colombia.
Ball flies out of bounds, 6-4 after 3. It's an exciting game. Both teams very much in it. You're watching the 2018 FIL World Championships, brought to you live around the world from Netanya, Israel, on the ESPN family of networks.
Today's forecast, always sunny. Jerusalem, Tel Aviv, vacation beyond belief. Book your trip now.
Hi?
We're looking for insurance.
Oh, let's see who's free.
Is your insurance agent trapped? Probably. When agents work for only one company, their options are simply limited. But a trusted choice independent agent is free to shop around to find you a better deal. Free to do what's right for you. Find an agent at trustedchoice.com.
With vesting top players, Maverick is on a tireless mission to offer innovative, high-performance products. Nothing should get in the way of an athlete playing at their best. See more by following Maverick Lacrosse on Instagram. Maverick Lacrosse, powered by the player. Fourth quarter action underway from Wingate, field number 2 in Netanya, Israel. A big hit during a loose ball situation. Little retaliation, not too much. But it looks like Belgium player, can't see the number from here, had the wind knocked out of him. Craig Bloom and Kevin McMahon with you. It's been an exciting game and a clawing comeback for Colombia. 6-4 the score.
And Craig, it's been a fairly low-scoring game so far compared to what we've been used to in this tournament, the big scores. And, yeah, both these teams, it's been more of a defensive battle, which has been fun to watch.
Well, that's a good point, Kevin. A lot of these teams have scored a lot of points here and there. We saw earlier today in the Russia-Luxembourg game a 24-1 final score. And, Kev, what are you looking for in the finish here from Colombia in this last quarter?
Oh, I mean, they have played. This second half has been, the third quarter, I should say, was just remarkable for Colombia. What they've been able to do, what they've been able to do and to put together has just been absolutely perfect. So no complaints from me on the third quarter, and they are making a great comeback here. So just continue to play hard, get great looks, and shoot the ball. Don't be afraid to shoot, because you can't score if you don't shoot. You can't win the lottery if you don't buy a ticket. So you got to shoot. You got to try to score and get back into this game.
Tibor van den Wildenberg, the attackman, shaken up on the play, able to walk off under his own power. And some more good news. Oscar Andres Cifuentes back in the cage for Colombia. Belgium with the opportunity. They give it away, so Colombia now. Colombia needs a clean clear. They got to get down the field. And they've got to do it in just a manner, just a confident manner, a calm manner. They want to just be relaxed getting there. Here's Garcia as he gets all the way to the midline and throws the ball away. Garcia looks like he got slashed on the arm as he gets out of the game through the penalty box and will be assessed. Brendan Murphy, long pull. Belgium ball. Excuse me, Colombia ball.
Belgium coach is yelling for a possession. They want to possess the ball. They want to be able to control this game a little bit and really dictate the tempo.
Baker up top with the ball. Defense starts to put some pressure on. Ball gets knocked loose. Baker able to scoop it back up. Good defense from Garcia Garzon. Baker wants to wrap around the right side. Baker with a shot. Cifuentes, no problem.
Good to see Cifuentes back in the game after we had Castillo Morales, who came in and did a great job in that third quarter.
Foul called on Tim DeQuester, the attackman, slashing. A minute opportunity now for Colombia to get the ball in the net on the other side. Hard ripping shot comes in, saved by Michaels. Michaels comes out of the cage and buries an attackman.
And Belgium wins the ball.
Michaels broke his stick. Had to run over to the sideline, have it switched out very quickly. However, illegal procedure because he went to the sideline rather than to the substitution box, I believe. And now almost 4 minutes into this game, neither team has scored, and Colombia with the opportunity. Matt Schuler. Rendon. Now right on the doorstep, goal scored. Marcus Adams win, his second on the day, puts Colombia within one.
Colombia has worked their way all the way back to 6. I think they are to within 1. I think they were down by as many as 5. Is that correct?
I believe so.
Belgium has had huge leads in this game, as many as 4 and 5. And here comes Colombia.
Yeah, it was 5-0.
Belgium leading 5-0. Colombia has come back at 6-5, 15 minutes left.
And look at Rendon now for Colombia down on that end of the field. Rendon itching to take another shot.
If you're Colombia, take your time, look for a great possession. You've worked your way all the way back. So just look around and try to find a great look here.
Matt Schuler. Rendon. That's how the last one started. Schuler Couple of spins. Doesn't have the pass. Ground ball scooped up no problem by Rodriguez Arias. Rodriguez Arias wants to take a run. Spins to the inside, takes a zero angle shot, and it hits the outside of the cage. Michaels able to jump on it.
Now, if you're Germany, there's way too much time to start thinking about holding it. And I think Belgium just needs to go back into their thing where they do what they do best. And they just need to attack the goal. That's what they did in the first half, and it worked out beautifully for them. Look at this Colombia team trying to win the ball back.
Colombia did a really great job of checking hard without fouling.
And that is so hard to do, especially with the way these two teams have been going at it tonight.
Van den Wildenberg back on the field for the Belgium attack. Nice to see that he was able to recover from the injury and get his breath back, get himself back on the field, support this team. Now only with a 1-goal lead, in Colombia with a lot of momentum and support. Baker behind the cage. Up to drivers.
The Colombian team trying to get their defense to get a big stop here. This would be a massive stop for Colombia.
Good crisp passing all the way around the outside. Lots of movement across the middle.
Colombia defenders getting tight, not going out too far. They don't want to get beat on foot. Pretty smart decision, but they're not giving them too much space either.
Van den Wildenberg starts from midfield. Drives to the right and is pushed outside by Giovanni Garcia.
Great job by Garcia to make up some ground as he was losing it.
Baker again, now up top. Sidearm shot, saved by Cifuentes.
Big save by Cifuentes, and now Colombia has a great chance to tie this thing up as they win the ball back until Belgium takes it.
Taking it away, running down the field, Peter Jan Barrett. Ball gets knocked away again, though. Colombia able to pick it up, but running through his own man in traffic. Juan Camilo Valera Lesmes. Now settling things down, Marcus Adams Wynn. Wynn taking some time, running around the outside of the crease, looking for a cutting or open man. 8 minutes into the quarter, a 1-goal game. Colombia showing a lot of life. And Belgium in a must-win situation as well. Wants to make sure they stop everything they can. Michaels got beat there. He didn't know where the ball was. Able to recover. Rendon out far. Guarded by Brendan Murphy. Castillo Morales. Pass goes out of bounds.
And that was a tough break there for Colombia. At pass, they didn't want to lose a turnover. They didn't want to have occur. And now Belgium has a chance to make an impact here and extend this lead, going all the way to the goal.
Scored by Tibor Van den Wildenberg, a huge momentum goal.
That was massive. Belgium really needed that one, and they get it from Wildenberg. A tiny bit of an insurance goal right there, but Colombia has showed that they know how to score, and they can score quickly. So you can't count them out yet, but 7-5, Belgium feels just a little more comfortable as both teams hunt for their first win in the 2018 FIL World Lacrosse Championships.
Face-off battle been fun to watch up until this point. Another good one, won by Belgium very quickly. Ball is flipped out. They run it almost as a fast break. Baker, save.
What a job by Cifuentes. The job he's done in goal has been incredible. One-on-one, that's almost a guarantee if you're on offense, and Cifuentes shuts the door.
Baker again, Cifuentes, one-on-one, and he makes the save.
Tremendous stuff by Cifuentes, and then he chases it down.
And as the clock ticks to 10 minutes, a hydration break and media time out 7-5 in favor of Belgium, but Colombia's goalie Cifuentes standing in tall. This is the 2018 FIL World Championships. Today's game is brought to you in part by Gladiator Lacrosse, equipment designed and perfected by lacrosse players for lacrosse players seeking to take their game to the next level. Visit gladiatorlacrosse.com today. Kevin, during these timeouts, we have seen and heard this Colombia team in their huddle. They go 1, 2, 3, Colombia, 4, 5, 6, familia. And that is just the epitome of the team turning into family and the brotherhood that's exemplified in this sport.
Yeah, I like that a lot. And that's showing loyalty and trust between their teammates. Wow, I about caught my breath there. As number 29, Cifuentes came out and looked like he was going to try to make a leaping grab out of the sky for that one. But yeah, this Colombia team, they think they treat themselves as family. They treat it as a brotherhood. These guys are authentic Colombian and putting on the Colombian colors, that yellow, red, white, and blue. It means so much to them.
Wynn working around behind the goal. He decides to pass. Ball comes up top. Good game across the street as well. About 6 minutes left in the first quarter. USA leading Canada 1-0 that game. Broadcast live on ESPN2. Getting away from traffic, getting a great shot, Marcus Wynn. And now Michaels gives a heave-ho downfield. Cifuentes picks it up. Goalie-to-goalie pass.
And another. Just kidding. Nice clear here by Colombia. They need 2. And wow, what a great move to get the ball back on his side. Great stuff for Matt Schuler.
Matt Schuler, some fancy stick work. And now the ball back up top. Castillo Morales. He draws all the way out, ready to start his move. And a stoppage of time here on the field. Something going on just in front of the Belgium bench. We can't see it due to their tents blocking the view.
I did see who came out, though. It was Michaels. So it was David Michaels who came out, the goalkeeper, the goalie for Belgium.
Michaels with a very visible mark on his left arm and actually chirping at the referees on his way out, saying, "This isn't a slash? Are you kidding me?" Bit of the frustration and aggravation showing there.
A little bit, and it's a close game. It's 7-5. Tensions are running high, and these referees want to make sure that they got everything under control here.
Referees now conversing just in front of the Belgium bench, talking about what needs to happen. And I was curious about what happened as well, because I could see the stick laying in the distance. And now that I know that it was Michaels, I can see that it's the goalie stick, but you couldn't tell from otherwise. Clock is stopped at 8 minutes and 21 seconds left in the game. Belgium with a 2-goal lead over Colombia, 7-5. Belgium now trying to figure out who's going to take over the goalie duties, as Michaels looks like he might be going to grab his equipment, and he is. He goes and grabs his gloves to get back onto the field, but when you have the play stopped for a medical purpose, you have to leave the playing surface.
Is that's confirmed? And we were told that Germany did not have an official back. I mean, I don't know if they didn't have an official backup, but they were down to 1 is what they told us.
Belgium's original backup goalie with a thumb injury that he sustained in practice, so they lost him for the entirety of the tournament. So because Michaels had to come out, they'll have to dress somebody else, and from what I can see from our vantage point, it looks like Diego Spilben is going to take over the goalie duties for this Belgium squad.
And this is really something.
So both teams at some point in this game have had to dress a backup goalie as quickly as possible and get him onto the field without any warm-up time.
Also, because Spilben is literally taking the pads off of Michaels, one would imagine that Michaels is not going to be able just to jog right back out here. I think Michaels has done. I'm not sure if we'll see Michaels. We don't want to speculate, but I'm not sure if we'll see Michaels again due to the fact that they're wearing the same pads.
If it does happen, it would almost definitely have to be at a timeout situation for him to get redressed. So Spilben getting a lot of love from the Belgium bench as he takes over duties in goal for this squad. That is quite possibly the largest break so far in this game for the Colombian squad.
I'll tell you what, though. Just on the run out, Spilben hitting the pipes, he definitely knows what he's doing in goal. It's not the first time he's held the goalie stick. He knows the footwork already, and he looks pretty ready to go. So we'll have to see how he does.
Michaels under the tent, icing that elbow. We'll see if we see a return from him after some sort of timeout situation. Already past the hydration media timeout. Trying for some fancy work, Matt Schuler. Ball goes down, and Belgium's got it. Spilben does get it. His first throw with the goalie stick, a little bit rough. Goalie stick's much different than the regular sticks. The deep pocket and the very wide face create an opportunity for the ball to go a lot of different ways. You have to throw a little bit differently.
Especially when you've been working with your main stick all night long.
So a timeout called by Belgium. They're going to undress Spilben and get Michaels back into the game. You're watching the 2018 FIL World Championships on the family of ESPN networks.
Today's forecast, always sunny.
Yesterday my life was filled with rain. Sunny, thank you for the love. Sunny, want so
Jerusalem, Tel Aviv. Vacation beyond belief. Book your trip now.
Charlie Suarez with the interception and Colombia with the clear attempt. A big defensive stop there for Colombia. They've got to get down the field and score. Nice stick work from William Cañas Valencia, and Colombia now needs to talk things over. Got the defensive stop that they needed, and now they've got the ball. 6:42 left on the clock, 7-5. What do they do?
Colombia right now, you got time. So you just need to do one thing at a time. Work on getting one goal at a time. You're trying to get two. Work on getting one goal at a time. Spread everybody out. Get some good looks. Have people cut in. I need to see some more footwork when it comes to Colombia. They've done a good job of having guys moving, and that's what's really been great for the second half. They need to maintain what they're doing and keep their heads. A lot of weird stuff has been happening with the goalie switches and the timeout. It's not a normal feel, and it makes you feel weird and different as the other team trying to make the comeback. So Colombia, I can't say enough great things about what Colombia's been able to do in the second half. They've had great footwork. They've been moving their feet. They've been looking for each other. They've been sharing the ball well. Keep doing that, and I think they're going to be able to have some great success here in the final minutes in this quarter. 6:42 left to go, and they are ready.
Colombia comes out, looks calm and confident, as does the Belgium squad. This game means a lot for both of these teams. Michael's back in that cage, still holding that left elbow, brought an ice pack with him and tossed it into the goal as play got started again.
Neither team has a win yet. Belgium described this as a must-win.
Win behind the cage. And I'll tell you, Kevin, Michaels is having a tough time in goal keeping his left arm on that stick. He's in a position where it's not feeling great for him.
Well, he went out there, and Michaels did a great job there. I don't know if the referee necessarily saw that. He definitely stood into the crease, but Michaels called for it. That has to help, right, Craig?
Yes and no.
Am I giving too much credit?
A little.
Okay, all right.
Yes and no.
He didn't blow the whistle until Michael said anything, though.
You can see Michaels very ginger with that left arm. The ball instead going to start on the far side of the field. Brendan Murphy got it started.
Ball
is loose in the middle of the field. Colombia with a giant opportunity that is wasted because they can't pick up the ground ball. Belgium grabs it, takes it down the other side. Thomas Lay calling for the ball back, doesn't get it. What a heartbreaker.
That is a tough one to swallow right there. If you are the Colombia team, you really, really wanted that one.
Did you see what just happened there as Drivers was driving around the back of the crease? He went to pass in front of the crease, and he hit the crossbar of the goal. It bounced out of bounds.
An unfortunate break there, but Colombia few miscues down here for Colombia, but they got plenty of time. That's the good news. Just get another stop, get it down there, and try to work it back around.
Florian Lamarque brings it all the way across midfield, down to the other end, but Belgium's offsides. Another heartbreaker. Back and forth play, just over 4:30 left on the clock.
Somebody's got to take it.
Colombia with a run. Great defense from Murphy.
Somebody's got to take advantage here, and it might be Belgium, who just got to stop after a quick Colombia shot. Nice pass.
Yasnes. Can hear yellow being shouted out. Usually the term to slow down. Get settled. Start wasting some time off the clock. We are in the fourth quarter. 4 minutes left. When we get under 3 minutes, it's stop time. Van den Wildenberg passes back up top to Baker. Baker wants to take a hit. Baker runs over his defenseman, Ryan Cabellos.
Kyle Baker doing a great job of staying tough, and how is he holding on to it? He's facing a lot of pressure and a lot of adversity from this Colombian defense.
Stall warning, keep it in the box. Baker has the ball knocked out of his stick. Castillo Morales, good defense. Baker somehow comes away with the ball again.
I think it's a little too early for Belgium to be holding it like this. They need to start working it around.
Baker with the inside feed. Baker lost his helmet. Play needs to stop. Baker took a big hit. Getting himself back to his feet. And has a trainer out there with him. So still a 2-goal game. Clock stopped at 3:04 due to the injury. Baker able to get his helmet back on, walk off the field, and you could actually see him shake it off a little bit.
Baker did a great job of holding it. He took a lot of hits, a lot of adversity, a lot of pressure, and he powered through it.
Colombia with the opportunity. A great pass to start things off. Rendon. Clock hasn't started. Clock is still. Clock now starts. A lot of free time for Colombia.
And now the clock will stop in these 3 minutes in the fourth quarter.
Win scores. Bounces one. Past Michaels, and Michaels, you can see, in pain.
And that's the one that Wen wanted right there. He had a few looks, and he finally got it. 7-6 with 2:46 to play. Colombia within one. What a game we have here.
I'm not sure if Michaels was healthy that he would have been able to save that one. It was a great bounce, found the upper part of the net. And a big face-off. Could be the biggest one of the evening.
Absolutely. Oh, and what a great face-off battle it is.
Missed opportunity on the ground ball, still being fought for. Picked up by Colombia. Charlie Suarez runs away from traffic. Opportunities here and there for Colombia.
Massive save for Michaels, who we have seen is not 100%. Brilliant timeout by Colombia. That is brilliant coaching. You got to call timeout there.
Marcus Wynn able to pick up the ball so that the timeout can be taken. 2:26 left on the clock. A 1-goal game. Don't go anywhere. This is the exciting one. You're watching the 2018 FIL World Championships.
Today's forecast, always sunny. Jerusalem, Tel Aviv, vacation beyond belief. Book your trip now.
exciting, and what else is exciting is New Balance Lacrosse. Wear what the world's best are wearing, a cleat designed specifically for the game of lacrosse, the all-new Freeze 2.0. Find out more information on the MB Lacrosse Instagram account and shop at newbalance.com/lacrosse. Columbia with the ball, 1 goal down, just over 2 minutes left to play. Craig Bloom, Kevin McMahon with you till the end.
Crowd is chanting. This place is going crazy. The Columbia bench trying to get their boys going up. Si se puede.
Shot save. Michaels, biggest save of the night.
That's a huge save by Michaels. We're not completely sure about Michaels' health.
Michaels put the ball down in the crease so that he's not holding it and has a 4-second count. I don't know the rule about that.
I don't think I've ever
but
seen
I've
that.
never seen that, and if that is truly a legal play, it's one of the smartest plays I've seen. Belgium stepped out. Lenz's left foot hit the ground, hit the white paint right in front of the scorer's table. Columbia back with the ball, under 90 seconds to play.
Take your time if you're Columbia. Get a good look. Work it around and make sure you have people back on the back line to maintain possession.
Rendon. Ball took a very weird bounce. Closest to it when it went out, Peter Jan Barrett.
Barrett with great movement, great hustle. That might be one of the biggest plays of the night.
A pass can't be handled. Florian Lamarque gives the ball back to Columbia with 1:06 on the clock. Rendon brings it back in.
Huge chance.
Shot sails, but there was backup this time. Marcus Adams win there. Columbia keeps possession. 59 on the clock. Win. Win ducks to the inside. Tries to shoot, had his stick hit.
Once again.
Back across the field. Belgium. Murphy gets the ball back inside to Michaels. Clear attempt, big clear attempt.
I don't think Michaels feels like he can put it back down in the crease again.
Ball gets knocked out. Great defense, good ride. DeQuester
just
makes it around the defense of Columbia, gets the ball down into his box, and with 36 seconds, Belgium is able to call timeout. Kevin, what is happening?
A lot of excitement is happening here. What Belgium needs to do is keep it spread. I know I say that all the time, but you want to spread out this defense. But then you got to go help your man. And I think that's what happened down here when Belgium had that turnover. They didn't have enough people going to help. You got to go help. You can't turn the ball over. You got to make smart decisions. You don't want to hold it for too long, however. If you hold it for too long and then you get covered and you turn it over, that's no good either. So you got to make smart passes. You got to help each other. If you're Columbia, you got to send everybody you got to get this ball back. Do we know? I lost count. Does Columbia have any timeouts left? If Columbia has a timeout left, they need to go ahead and grab this timeout when they get the ball. If not, they're going to have to stay spread out and try to get a good look.
Good looks. The name of Kevin McMahon's lacrosse manual.
It's a bold title, but I'll take it.
7-6. 36 seconds on the clock. Columbia has clawed their way back into this game. A low-scoring game, but an exciting game at that. And the last 3 or 4 minutes of this game, taking about 20, 25 minutes to complete. That's how exciting and how much stoppage there has been with the back-and-forth action. DeQuester able to bring this ball back into play. They lose it on the end line.
29 seconds. Columbia has not called timeout, so they're going to let it ride. Because I think if you were going to call timeout, that would have been the time to do it. Or maybe they're
Columbia needs to control the ball, and it doesn't look like they can. It's back to Belgium. Christian David Gonzalez Leguizamon loses the ball out of bounds. Vanden Wildenberg gets it back. Has a double team, a triple team. Ball's on the ground.
10 seconds.
A push. Play on push picked up by Belgium. 5 seconds on the clock. Spilbin's going to run it out.
The man who filled in as the goalie is going to save his team once again, and Belgium goes and gets their guy.
Michaels throws down his glove, holds his elbow. Frustration on the other side of the field.
In a game that Belgium described as a need to win, a must win, Belgium comes out. It went down to the wire. It was a close one. There was drama. There was pressure. Belgium comes out 7-6, and they can build off of this. If you're Colombia, you showed all the heart in the world to come back from 5-0, get it all the way 7-6. They should be so proud of themselves, and they can build off of this. Colombia, a great performance tonight. It's a shame either team had to lose with how much both teams sacrificed out here. 7-6, Belgium wins in what they described as a must-win.
Belgium, their first win of the 2018 FIL tournament. Colombia doesn't have much to hold their heads about. They clawed themselves back into this game, but it was Belgium that prevails this time. Wingate 2 hosted one of the most exciting finishes to the FIL tournament that we have seen so far this week. Teams will line up to shake hands, and we will leave you with a 7-6 score. Belgium takes it. The remainder of the FIL tournament streamed live on all of the ESPN family of networks. This has been a production of the 2018 FIL tournament. We thank you for joining and hope you have a good night.